Hello, everyone. Welcome to BizChicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools on how to do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today I'm here with my friend and colleague, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. I'm Terralina from California Cover Ups, and we're the Biz Chicks. So we want to welcome you to our coffee conversation where we talk all about you, and hopefully every day that is what we do. So, Fran, what do you have for us today? What's our conversation all about today?
We're gonna talk about some hustle hacks. We, we're we're getting on a new theme on hustle hacks, and these things are things that we've tried and done to help us take the hassle out of your hustle. And today's hustle
Mhm.
hacks is going to be talking about a financial blueprint.
Okay.
Okay, some people call it a budget, some people call it something else, but I wanted to zoom in on it a little bit because a financial blueprint indicates something else,
Mm-hmm.
right? So what does a blueprint do when you're building a house?
Oh, it lays it out. It shows you what the dimensions are, and it shows you where each room goes. You know what I mean? So that you can, and if you don't like it, you can reconfigure the layout of whatever it is you're building.
Right. So the
It may be an
blueprint,
apartment building, it may be a house. I don't want to just, confine
right.
it to a small building. Okay.
It could be what, but the blueprint is necessary to build whatever it is that you're building. Even
Yes.
if you're building a car, right? Building a car, a jungle gym. So our businesses should also have a financial blueprint.
Hmm.
So what will it take for you to build the business of your dreams, or you're already in business and you might need to tweak something, and so you might be pulling back and you're sitting back, and what do? Go to a retreat to reassess what
Yes.
needs to be done, and
Hmm.
still the beginning of the year, it's got time to do that. But a financial blueprint is, what does it take to run the company of your dreams? What do you need to be doing so that things are not missing, uh we're not tripping over, there's no potholes.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So a blueprint lets you look ahead, right? The architect, or you, the architect, have written out, and if you don't know how to draw it, you get somebody else to do it, and you tell them, I want this room over here, and I want that, and I want a pool and a patio, and I want a that, whatever. You write out everything that you want, and then you build a blueprint so that when you start the actual work, you know what you want, you know what you need to do at each point. I do believe the blueprints tell you the schematics. It tells you where the um, electrical goes, the plumbing,
Different
all of
types. Hmm. The layers.
the
Yes.
layers. Yes, and sometimes we don't create a blueprint for our business. We just like, oh, we make how to make really good cookies. Your cookies are the greatest, and they're luscious and delicious, but there is no blueprint for the business side of it, even
Yeah,
in real estate. Go
that
ahead.
may not be our strong suit. That may not be our, you know what I mean? So
Right.
we, because we got into it because we're creative and people wanted the product, but we don't know how to run the back end.
No, we don't know what it takes. So here at BizChicks, because we came up in that corporate um, industry admin type stuff, there are tools that you need to run a profitable business that's fun to run. You need a blueprint. You need to know where things go, what's the flow, what, and so make sure stuff is flowing in the right order. You don't, when you're building a house, you don't start putting the walls and the roof and stuff up first. You put down the concrete, you put down uh,
Foundation,
the foundation goes down first,
the
and
slab or
then
whatever.
I believe the studs, and then the electrical goes into the walls, and then there's plumbing that has to go in, and you got to put those things in a certain order. If
Who
you
wa- because who wants to tear out the drywall because you forgot to do the electricity first? Can you imagine the expense of backing into things?
And that is why you get okay, so you had an architecture help draw the plans. Then you have a contractor who has knowledge of how to build it. And a lot of times, I'm a solopreneur. No, you're not. You need to have a team. And so you need to have somebody help you build this house and
No,
tell you how.
yes, not only that, friend, just because you have an expertise in one area doesn't make you a expert in other areas. For instance, if you're a structural engineer, that doesn't mean you're a house builder. Do you understand what I mean? It doesn't mean that you know about building houses. You know what it takes to support them. But your main focus was bridges and roads, and you know what I mean, making sure apartment buildings don't fall down, the garages keep standing up, not, I'm going to put this plumbing in the wall and now we're going to, and electricity goes here and the roof goes, no. So get
Mm-mm.
some help is my point. No matter
Right.
what, no matter what your niche is, you probably need help in other areas.
And a contractor, a general contractor, kind of knows what everything is, but he will go get subcontractors to do the things like electrical, to do the plumbing, to do the AC and the HVAC, which is the heating and air. They will go and get different individuals to do things, the people who do the flooring, and the finishers don't come in until after everybody else has done all the other things. Now they're putting in the crown molding, and they're putting down the floors, and they're making sure everything, the walls are painted correctly. So there are a lot of different help and support along the way. And this is where you need to build a team. That could be outsourced. Doesn't mean you have to hire everybody. You may outsource these
Mhm.
people, right?
Correct.
So
That
you
seems to be in the last 20 years, that seems to be the trend. Just
right, but in the construction industry, it has always been a thing. You once you finish building a house, there's no guarantee you still going to be working on the next house unless there's a contract for more work going forward. But once you get the house built and your financial, and you've started with your blueprint,
hmm
you're going to be a lot further along than somebody who just kind of like, you've seen the little shanties where they put up some wood and they put up some stuff and they put it on there. Oh, what is it? The Three Little Pigs. The first
Yes.
little pig made his house with straw,
Mm,
with no support,
Straw
and
sticks.
bricks, straw
Mhm.
sticks and bricks.
Bricks.
So when the wind blows, when adversity comes, will your dream business stand
Mm,
against the adversity? The companies who have made it, and from hobby to actual companies, they've gone through having a financial blueprint. They had a plan. They took they already had the cookies, and they're making really good cookies. They knew all of the ingredients to make the cookies and all of that, but somebody had to help them with the business side of it, and how to get there, how to hire the right people when it came time to hire, because you can't be the only one in the kitchen cooking, packing, shipping, and then get up at 6 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning to do it all over again.
Mm-hmm.
There has to be a team. And the first place you might want to start is with a mentor,
Okay.
someone who I think it was in our Genesis School of Business, and there was talk about a business plan,
Yes.
and so people think that a business plan is going to fix everything. A business plan is what you wish you would like it to look like.
Mm-hmm.
But when you go to do a business plan, you should follow the business plan of someone who has actually done what you have
Oh,
done.
model after success. And I want to break this down so people can understand it in a very simplistic way. It's just like when you first learned to bake a cake. You watched your mom. She wouldn't let you touch anything the first time. You were too young or whatever. And then she let you add eggs. Then she let you add, but you watched her over the years. So now that recipe has been able to be passed down, and it's successful
Hmm.
every time.
And but she had a system that she used, right? And so
Exactly.
you had to learn the system, when to turn on the oven to 350, he preheat the oven, take the eggs out, put the milk to the side, whatever it was. You had to follow a system. You
Fold
didn't.
this in, don't whip it in. You know what I mean? Just technique.
We have a comment from Mark. He says, I had a great cookie recipe, but I forgot to buy an oven.
That's a problem. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
So when we are doing our businesses, in you okay, in order for your business to last
Hmm.
for a duration, one, you got to have passion for it. So most of the people we come across, they are passionate about their businesses, but we need to take that passion and then parlay it into, okay, now we need to get serious about it. Get a mentor that's going to help you think more along the business side of things to keep it going. And you're going to need to get a financial, okay, so you need a blueprint, right?
Hmm.
What is this really going to cost me to do this business? Okay, I'm going to need what is it, a kitchen, a commercial kitchen. If because you might be doing, Mark, you might not have to have your own oven. You can go to a commercial kitchen. What is a commercial kitchen going to cost me
Hmm. Hmm.
to go from baking cookies in the oven at home to now baking for thousands? So you're baking for 50s and hundreds, but now I need to bake for thousands and tens of thousands. There's got to be a shift, and you need a mentor to help you make that shift.
Hmm. Indeed.
So you're going to figure out your financial blueprint. You got a blueprint of what you want your business to look like, but now who do I need to call in?
Okay.
And your mentor may not be your best friend.
Mm.
Let's say that again. A mentor is not necessarily a friend. A mentor is going to look at your operations and point things out to you to help you see things better.
They are not there to do the work. Let's point that out too.
No, they're not. They're going to help you get to where you said you wanted to be.
And I think another example of this is when you see people in internships or like in some school systems, you may see a head teacher and then they have assistants, and those teachers are certified, but they are learning from the master teacher because she's had so much success that the district wants to duplicate those successes throughout the system. So they put people in for short periods to observe, to assist, so they can learn from the mentor.
Correct. Good morning, Dr. Tachi. It is still
Morning.
yes. So our we are talking about some hustle hacks. And the first hustle hack we're talking about is a financial blueprint.
Mm-hmm.
Mark has a comment. He says, many allow themselves to become paralyzed by the scope of what they don't know. Don't allow your fear, your lack of knowledge to paralyze you. Get someone to help you design that blueprint. Yes. And then break it down into digestible steps. And
Thank you. Yes.
and so what we see a lot of times is people don't want to ask for help,
Mm-mm. Mm-hmm.
and you fumble around in the dark. It's like, okay, wait, I saw them do this. No, go over there and ask them, how did you do that? Can you teach me that? And then break out your wallet and compensate them for
Mm-hmm.
teaching you that. Some people may take you under their wing and mentor you in that and may not ask you for anything, but just because they don't ask does not mean you don't offer.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You
Buy
know,
them lunch, do something, but
show some gratitude.
right.
They cannot take thank you to the bank.
And they may not, and they might be doing it out of the goodness of their heart because they want to see you grow. But you still offer when somebody brings you information that is pivotal to the success of your business, to get you to the next part, to get the needle to move a little closer to your desired result. Take the time, recognize that they're there to help you with that. Recognize that you cannot do this by yourself. I know we talk a lot to people who are just starting out or just starting over.
Yes.
And we want you to be successful. That's why we're here to
Absolutely.
help you take the hassle out of your hustles. And so we need to be aware. And I love what Mark said. If you don't know how to even start the blueprint, go get an architectural person to help you draw it out. You have the idea in your mind. Now get it out of your mind. Tell somebody what it is that you want to do and do that. And you might need to talk to several somebodies
Mm.
until
Okay.
having conversations until you are comfortable with a somebody. And that don't mean you tell them all the details. I have an idea about how to do something. Would you help me? And I know that there's intellectual uh, what is it, intellectual property.
Property. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's your idea and you may not want to tell everybody your idea. That doesn't mean call somebody up. Get some referrals for mentors that can help you in that industry. Mark also has a comment. He says, I find that accountability in execution is imperative. Someone who's going to check in with you and help you manage and work through your fears because they will arise.
Mm.
Yes, because you've not been down this road before.
Mm-hmm.
You never, if you are going from cooking cookies for your local for the kids PTA, and everybody's raving about the cookies, and now you need more cookies because other PTAs and everybody, oh, your cookies were so good, we want some too. I've seen caterers freeze.
Mm-hmm.
They have great catering. Their meats or whatever it was, their barbecue is just the best. And then when the people who are doing the catering said we need a 1099 or a W-9, oh my God, I don't know. Okay, if you want to make the transition into business, you do that when you start writing W-9s. There's a different set of responsibility. you now have, right? Because they have to write a 1099 so that they can write it off in their business. But I don't want to be that big. And okay, either you want to be playing in this arena, in this field, or you want to keep it as a hobby, right? You can't, you got to make a decision on that part. And when you decide, okay, I want to take this further, you're going to need some help to take you from each aspect of where you want to be. And it's okay to have your knees knocking a little bit when you go. That's why you have a mentor to help you along the way. And look, we hear people talk about getting a mentor to help you live your best life, but we're talking about business mentors. We're talking about people who are going to tell you the truth in business and still encourage you past your fears. Mark Ward is one. Dr. Tachi is another one, especially if you're trying to do productions and do streaming and things with regard to media. You need to get somebody to help you with those aspects of what you're trying to do. Get some help. We always talk about you need a community, a coach, and a cheerleader. You need somebody that's going to cheer you on. The cheerleader says, yes, you can do it. The coach is going to tell you drop and give me 20 because they're going to try and get you. It may not, the coach is going to give you drills, things that you need to do, and make you aware of things that you may not have been aware of previously. Oh, I didn't know that entailed all of that. Yes, that's part of it. So today's hassle hack is to get your financial blueprint together and find somebody to help you write that financial blueprint so that you can see all of the things that need to go into the building of a successful business. What does it take? And you may already be in business, but you may need to dial it back and reassess where you are. Reassess, do I really want to put in everything that it's going to require for me to do this?
Do I want a pool?
Do I want that big of a house? Maybe it's a small mom and pop type thing. Whatever it is, you need to assess or reassess where you are. And it's okay to reassess where you are. And if it's not working for you, it's okay for you to stop and pivot. Right?
Yes.
So that is our hustle hack. This is our first hustle hack.
Yes.
This is the first one. We'll be talking about more hustle hacks as we go through. Today is February 17th, and it's President's Day. Mark says, someone sent some warmth. It's freezing here. Okay. So it is February 17th here. And that means it's President's Day, right?
Yes, it is. And it's also a time of Black History Month. And so we wanted to honor Barack Obama and share. Should we share that now?
Yes, please.
Okay. And share this short video.
Hope, change. Yes, we can. These words energized a nation and defined the presidency of Barack Obama, the 44th president of the United States. In 2008, history was made. Barack Obama became the first African-American president, inspiring millions with his vision of unity and progress. His leadership would guide America through some of its toughest challenges. When he took office, the country was in the midst of a financial crisis. Through decisive action, including the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act, he helped save the auto industry, create millions of jobs, and set the economy back on track. One of his biggest achievements, the Affordable Care Act, better known as Obamacare, which provided health care to over 20 million Americans and protected those with pre-existing conditions. Under his leadership, Osama bin Laden was brought to justice, making the world a safer place and bringing closure to many affected by 9/11. He also led the fight against climate change, signing the Paris Climate Agreement and pushing for clean energy initiatives. And let's not forget, Obama championed civil rights, overseeing the legalization of same-sex marriage and repealing Don't Ask, Don't Tell, making America a more inclusive nation. Through it all, he remained a leader who believed in the power of people. His words gave hope, his actions brought change, and his legacy continues to inspire. Barack Obama, a leader, a trailblazer, a president who proved that hope and change are possible.
Thank you for that story, Terry.
You know what? I had forgotten a lot of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad we did, acknowledge the 44th president. And we just want to say, hey, we're here to help you with your hassles, and we want to provide some hacks.
Right. Mark said he worked on his campaign here at his campaign headquarters in Chicago.
Wow.
So that is what we have for you today. We'll be doing some more hustle hacks. And if you got something that you want more info about, let us know. What hacks are you using to take you to the next levels in your business? We invite you to follow Mark Ward at Ask Mark Ward. Follow Dr. Tachi. You enjoyed today's presentation, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Say something over on Facebook. We want to say thank you for this opportunity and this few moments of your time. Enjoy your Monday, and we'll be back tomorrow with Coach TJ talking all about marketing strategies with Marketing Talks. So until then, we want to say thank you for letting us help you take the hassle out of your hustle. Oh, if you want to become a part of the BizChicks community, you can go to text biz to 33777, or you can go to bizchicks.net. Thank you so much for giving us this few minutes of your time, and we'll talk to you next time.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.